Hello and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Aaron Porras here with the latest news from Israel. Today, State Comptroller Joseph Shapiro released his long-awaited report on the 2014 Gaza war. The report concludes that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Defense Minister Moshe Ya'alon, Israeli Defense Forces Chief of Staff Benny Gantz, and the heads of the Shin Bet Security Service and Mossad all withheld information about an attack being planned by Hamas from the cabinet. The information was withheld from them until early July 2014, just hours before an operation meant to foil the attack was voted on. According to Shin Bet documents, there was already a considerable amount of evidence about a Hamas attack against Israel, and though the report doesn't detail the attack, it is presumed to be referring to the Hamas tunnel discovered at the Kerem Shalom area along the Gaza border. Gantz ordered the army to prepare for a possible war in July, weeks after a cabinet-level meeting was held in early June, about possible moves towards reconciliation between Hamas and Fatah. During that meeting, the Chief of Staff and heads of the Shin Bet and IDF's military research department neglected to report on the threat posed by Hamas. Elor Azaria, the former IDF sergeant and combat medic who was last month convicted of manslaughter, is now filing for an appeal. Azaria was sentenced last week to 18 months in prison for shooting a disarmed and incapacitated Palestinian terrorist in the head in Hebron last March. Both the case and sentencing have divided the country, as over 60% of Israelis, including Prime Minister Netanyahu, support more leniency or even a pardon for Azaria, while the other 40% thinks his sentence was either appropriate or too lenient. The Palestinian Authority went further, calling the case and its handling a farce. Last week, after sentencing, one of Azaria's legal team said that they would be willing to abandon hopes for an appeal if presented with a more, quote, satisfactory agreement. Efforts to pardon the former sergeant can be achieved in one of three ways. The first is if President Reuven Rivlin issues a pardon, though the Israeli leader has already stated that he would only consider the option after all appeals were exhausted. The second option is if the IDF Central Command pardons him, and the third is if the IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Gadi Eisenkot issues the pardon. At this time, the likelihood of successfully being granted clemency remains unclear. Yesterday, prosecutors opened a criminal investigation into the submarine affair amid suspicions that the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's personal lawyer David Shimron tried to influence the multi-million-dollar naval deal. Shimron is believed to have been working for the German shipbuilder ThyssenKrupp while lobbying the Knesset to hire the company to build submarines in return for a substantial contract fee. Part of the contract would have allowed ThyssenKrupp to build a lucrative shipyard in Israel for ship maintenance. Though Netanyahu is not personally under investigation, Channel 10 has reported that he is suspected, along with the legal advisor for the Defense Ministry, of securing ThyssenKrupp the $1.5 billion submarine contract without letting other companies bid for it. On Monday, Facebook closed down the official account of Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas's Fatah party. The closure comes as a result of an ongoing Facebook campaign to block accounts that promote violence. Fatah spokesman Munir Jagoub told the Jerusalem Post that he believes Facebook closed the account because of a historic photo of former Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat holding a rifle next to Fatah Vice Chairman Mahmoud al-Alul. However, last August a Fatah account bragged that the group had killed over 11,000 Israelis. Current Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas has consistently discouraged violence publicly in English media outlets and ordered Palestinian security forces to preemptively arrest Palestinians for carrying out attacks against Israelis. In Arabic, however, he's been quoted inciting to violence multiple times, most notably of which was when he said with respect to protecting the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, quote, "We welcome every drop of blood spilled in Jerusalem. This is pure, clean blood on its way to Allah," end quote. According to PA General Intelligence Chief Majid Faraj, PA security forces have prevented more than 200 attacks against Israelis. Facebook has not commented publicly on the closure of the official Fatah account. Today, birdwatchers from Europe and Israel gathered in the southern city of Beersheba to watch as starlings migrated for the winter. Amateur ornithologists will be gathered to watch the starlings' murmurations or displays of shifting movements. Starlings have been common to Israel for about 20 years in their millions, but recently their numbers have begun to drop for unknown reasons. Israel is a known birdwatching hotspot, especially this time of year, as its mild winter months are known for hosting over 150 species of northern breeders. That's all for now. Stay tuned on ILTV.tv for our main daily broadcast playing after this. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you next time with our morning briefing from Israel at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.